Hey guys, in this video we are going to understand a concept of importer honoring a contract or importer cancelling a contract. This is relevant in the terms of forex. Like I take one example here, you can see. So with the example, with the help of this example, we'll understand the concept. Along with that, we'll be solving the number also, like numerically also we will be doing it, so that you have the concept and number both in one video. Let's start. So the question here is, there is an importer. So we have taken this in terms of Indian scenario. There is an importer from India. So he is importing certain goods from abroad. So his obligation is in GBP. So he has to pay 100,000 or 1 lakh GBP after 3 months of time. Okay. So now this is now assuming now today is 1st July 2015. If I am an importer, I am importing certain goods from some country and my invoice currency or document currency in GBP, I have to make the payment after 3 months of time. So that is 7, 8, 9. So 1st October 2015 is the date on which I have to honor the payment. So in order to protect my outflow, in order to protect my forex risk, what I have done is I have entered into a forward contract because I have to make the payment in 3 months period of time. So I have entered a 3 months forward contract. So this is a price I have entered with a banker. So you might get a doubt which one to consider, because there is bid currency and ask currency. I will explain that with one understanding. Whenever a quote is given, think from this side: bid, ask. So bid currency is the currency which a banker buys. So you should always think from the point of view of the banker, assuming that I am the banker or some money transfer agent. Now if I have to buy a dollar or some foreign currency, I will be purchasing at this rate. So this is a buy currency or buy rate. If I am a banker, if someone is coming to me to purchase some dollars, some foreign currency, I will be selling this. So this is a sell currency or sell rate. I'll repeat this point because this is a crux of the entire your forex. You have to think from the point of view of the banker. The bid currency is a buy currency from the point of view of the banker. Ask currency is a sell currency from the point of view of the banker. Now, if I am the importer here, I need GBP. So I am going to a banker to purchase GBP. So you should think from the banker's perspective. So bank will be selling the GB to us. So that is after 3 months. So when they are selling, you will be looking at the ask currency. I'll repeat, if you make a mistake here, the chances that everything else will be wrong. You should think from the banker's perspective, and the banker is promising you to sell a currency after 3 months. So you will be considering ask rate. Okay, so you have sorted out one issue here. So you will be considering this currency. So, and again you might be getting one doubt if you are very new to the topic. There is a spot rate and there is a forward rate. Spot rate means that is on the spot. If you want to purchase something, so you will be purchasing at this rate 81.85. but if you want to purchase after a certain period of time, you will be entering the forward contract. So here I am an importer, I am importing now, but I don't need the money right now. I need the money after 3 months of time. So I will be purchasing a forward. So that is the second issue, but forward, and the rate will be the ask currency, because the bank is selling or promising you to sell a currency. So that is all the basic. I hope you are clear with that. So now what happened is, I don't want to honor this contract. I went to a bank and I entered into a contract saying that, okay, I'll come after 3 months. I will purchase 100,000 or 1 lakh GBP after 3 months at this rate. So bank also agreed to that. I am also agreed to that. So it's fine. But the relationship between me and the one who is exporting to me, or from where I am importing, the relations have been broken, So now the contract has been cancelled. So that guy who promised me to sell the goods or send the goods is not sending. So I don't require this 1 lakh or 1000 GBP right now. So I don't want to have this contract in place. I want to cancel this. So that is the point we are discussing here. Cancellation of contract. So when you are cancelling it, the possibility that you might cancel it on 1st August 2015, you might cancel it on 1st September 2015, or you might cancel it on 1st October 2015. Anything is possible, right? So now I have entered a contract. I have entered a contract on 1st July. After a month of time, the relations have become very bad. I had to cancel it. So there's a possibility that I can cancel it here, I can cancel it here, I can cancel it here. Now the issue is, when I'm cancelling, understand from the conceptual point of view. Assuming that you are an importer, I am the bank. Okay, so I promise to you, saying that I will give you a GBP at this rate, 82.30. Okay, you are also committed to that. So you are coming on this date, like 1st August 2015, and you are telling me that, sir, or whatever you call me, I don't want this contract to be in place, I want to cancel this. So when you are cancelling, what should I do with this contract? Because when you entered into a contract with me, I also made my own arrangements that I will be purchasing GBP from someone else on that particular day. So even my business is also disrupted. So what I would say is, because of your cancellation, if at all I have to incur any additional cost, you have to bear me. Like Rian, you wanted to purchase it 82.30. Because you're not purchasing on this date, I have to sell the same contract to someone else. But now I cannot sell it for 3 months, I can sell it only for 2 months, because the contract period is 3 months. There is an expiry of 1 month, so 1 month is gone, there are only 2 months left. Now you are coming to me saying that you don't want the contract to be continued. So what I will do, I will take that contract from you. I cannot tear it, rather I will sell this contract to someone else. So that when I am selling it at 82.25. I am getting a contract from, I am a banker, I am getting the contract from you to cancel. Instead of cancelling, I am giving it to someone else. So I am selling it to someone else, that is at 82.25. So what is this? This is a buy currency. This is a sell currency, because I am getting it from you and giving it to someone else. So the difference between 82.30 to 82.25. So I am getting 5 paise less. Okay, so that is my loss. I want you to pay that. 82.30, you promised to pay me. So I thought you will be paying me 82.30. But because I am selling it to someone else at 82.25, I am receiving that 5 paise lesser, right? So that is my loss. 82.30 minus 82.25. So that will be 0.05. And like that, you promised to purchase 100,000 GBP. So this is dead. So the 5,000 is the loss to me. I don't want to incur loss because of your bad decision, your bad management. I want you to pay that money to me. Okay, so 5,000 will be paid by importer to the bank, assuming that we are having this contract with the bank. So understand, if it is an MCQ examination also, you don't have to spend a lot of time when you are cancelling the contract, because that the amount, that quantity is with me, I have to sell it to someone else. So you promised to pay me 82.30, someone is promising to pay me only 82.25. so the difference, the 5 paise lesser, I will collect it from you. So 5,000 will be paid by the importer to the banker. So we will take the same example. Now on 1st September, you are cancelling the contract. So on the 1st September, already the contract term is 3 months. July done, August done. So there is only 1 month left. So only for that 1 month, what is the forward rate? So for 1 month, the forward rate is 82. 1 month the forward rate is 82. So you have to pay the differential amount between these two. How you will calculate that? 82.30. You promised to pay me 82.30, but because you are cancelling and because I'm selling this contract to someone else and the person is giving me only 82, so the differential amount 0.30 multiplied by 100,000 GBP, you will be paying me 30,000 loss. This is a loss, you will be paying it to me. Okay, so that is a second concept. Same thing, loss will be paid by the importer to the bank or the money exchanger, as a case may be. Now the third case situation, it is October. The numbers are not visible for you, but don't worry. On October 1st, the 1 month rate is 82.60 to 82.90. So now you have entered into a contract at 82.30 and you are cancelling that. Because you are cancelling, I am purchasing it from you and giving it to someone else. I am giving it at 82.60. As a banker, because you are cancelling the contract, there is a gain of 10 paise, so I should return it to you. Okay, so here the third case, whether they give it or not, that is a different issue, but they have to give. So 82.30 minus 82.60, so 30 paisa is a gain, and this is on 100,000 GBP, so that will be 30,000 gain. And who will pay? This will be paid by the bank, to the importer. So this is when a contract is cancelled. Easiest way of remembering is at what rate you have entered the contract, that is a bid ask rate, and what is a buy rate for the remainder of the forward contract whenever you are coming to the banker for cancellation. So when you are coming here, so you will be seeing the forward rate bid currency here. When you are cancelling on 1st September, you will see for the remainder of the forward contract. Again, when you are cancelling it on some other date, see, you have to see what is the remainder of the forward months. For that period, you will take the bid rate into consideration. So this is when you cancel the contract. We'll also see when you honor the contract. Okay, so when you honor, not just on the last date, if you're honoring on some other date, I'll just take the number, I just forgot it. When you're honoring on 1st October and 1st September, right? So when you're honoring the contract, so in this question, you're honoring it on 1st September 2015, means 1 month ahead of your allocated time. Like you had to come on 1st September, but you are coming 1 month ahead or 1 month earlier than you are supposed to. And this is 1st October 2015. This is when you have to, you are supposed to come there for the honoring. Honoring means you are fulfilling your obligation. Your obligation is to pay the money to the bank of this much, 82.30 multiplied by 1 lakh. That is the amount that you have to pay to the banker. But if you are coming on that day, it's fine. There is no effect. But if you are coming 1 month ahead, what will happen is, you are coming 1 month ahead. So you are coming on 1st September 2015. So that is the time that you are coming. Because you are coming 1 month earlier, what is the loss they are incurring? The loss they are incurring is honoring the contract. You had to cancel the owned contract at 82.30 and you will have to take the 1 month forward, like the bank will be incurring this loss. So 30,000 will be the loss for them. 82.30 is what you promised. 82 is what is there on that date. So 30 paise multiplied by 1 lakh. So 30,000 will be the last, that's fine. And then the when they are purchasing, they'll purchase at spot rate 82.50, 82.05 multiplied by 1 lakh, 82,05,000. Okay, so understand, if you are coming 1 month early, you are cancelling the old contract. So when you're cancelling, again the differential amount you have to make the payment to the bank. Just now how we have calculated. And you had a contract, you cancel it, but you have to make the payment to someone else, right? So you will purchase that at spot rate 82.20, 82.05. So thanks for watching. Have a nice day.